climate forcing with a window into mechanistic action at the rapid scales. We are starting, as always, with the last 24 hours on our star. We're at spaceweathernews.com, and we find the last day on the sun was not so quiet. You may have seen the filaments ripping away in the red view, and here we see the sunspots and the northern coronal hole crossing center disk. The sunspots themselves have undergone considerable morphing over the last 2 days, leaving us with a moderately sized spot up north and a monster on the south. But neither is flaring because they both have simple magnetic complexity. It's the strong interactions between positive and negative spots that leads to flaring, and they're avoiding each other like the plague right now. They continue morphing this morning, so continued monitoring is called for. Up next, folks, let's go to the tree of life on the internet. Imagine all the taxa, all the species, all in their proper place and all in one location. One of the better visual sights out of late. You can scroll around, click, zoom, even sponsor species on the chart, thinking about getting the tapeworm for Professor Michael Mann. Up next, anyway, we're confirming the lagged mid-range solar forcing of large-scale atmospheric oscillations. Here, once again, it's the North Atlantic. These would be the accumulation measures of energy dumped into the system, with the ever-present lag on those major global patterns. Confirmed, 2 years lag here, dead center of the previous window of estimation. Now that was slow, lagged solar forcing, and this is not. Folks, in the most recent 4-part climate mini-series, an enormous aspect of the most recent science is the rapid, nearly light speed, nearly instantaneous solar forcing of geophysical parameters from pressure to cloud opacity to temperature. And that's because, in addition to the top-down energy accumulation mechanism of the major oscillation forcing, this is geomagnetic induction, an excitement of the global electric circuit, which we've seen described as forcing on the scale of 10 minutes down to nearly instantaneous reaction. The biological forcing of cardiac events, the triggering of tropical intensifications, the motion of the wind, and the ion content emitted from the ground, all worked by a change in the electric current directly passing through them during geomagnetic storms. Folks, the importance of yesterday's video is simple. Yes, it's the critical topic. Yes, it's the biggest voices in the game, pretty much all of them, all in Ben's house. But now, there's no more 100-minute movie and then 26 follow-up videos. No more dozens and dozens of videos in the series playlist. From here, we can all point to one video. And while we'll likely have to do the updates on papers and observational reality all year again this year, we need to get caught up so others can quickly get on the level. That's what this is. One video. We greatly appreciate your support. We've got wind maps, shots of our star to close. Subscribe, and we'll do this all again tomorrow. Right here, but right now it's 5:30 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun.
That's a good show to watch in the morning. I usually watch the same show every morning. I woke up really early this morning because my whole fucking jaw is like... my tooth, my jaw, it's all fucked up. Whole inside. I have a missing tooth. One of the first teeth that came out, because on both sides there wasn't enough room for them whenever the adult tooth grew in, and on both sides they ended up cracking and then coming out. You can't see it, but man does it hurt. The whole thing is sore. I can't even open my mouth all the way. I could barely talk. I had to take like 3 ibuprofens and a couple of, what do you call those things? Acetaminophen. Just fucked up, and it's pretty early. But this is how the day starts, and all the channels that are all, whoa. I don't believe in watching the TV. I think the TV's bad. I don't know how long, because of the way YouTube's been acting. A lot of people are moving to other places. But some of the nice webs of good information are interconnecting with each other. I watched this show. I guess I might as well show it since I'm showing my process. This is my process. That's not what I wanted to do.
Worked with a couple of those technologies while he was with a very prominent intelligence agency of the United States government.
This guy.
Now, if we take a look.
This channel has a lot of good conspiracy theory shit. And he finally found Dan Winter. And I've been watching Dan Winter for years. And I can't understand half of what the fuck he's talking about. But if you do listen, you start to understand what the fuck he's talking about. But most of it is plasma physics and fractals and the Therify, bliss, the science of bliss, heart code, theta, alpha, coherence, shit like that. So he found the ACIO, which is Jessica has Peter the Insider on her channel. He works at the ACIO. And what's another? It seems like a lot of the people are finding each other, and that's a good sign for the new year. When people that you can listen to. I listen to some shit sometimes too, and I'll be like, I'll listen to people. I don't always believe with what they're saying. Like, here's a good example. But this I have to say, this one was really good, because this was not what I expected from this guy. This guy's really smart, but sort of all over the place, sort of like me. Hold on. Everybody's named David.
Maybe you've been living under a rock, because we literally have probably been in the Great Tribulation for over a year. The events that the Bible talks about.
Yeah, probably. The old what do you call it? Windows 95 has a secret code that you put in, and it's the Hall of Tortured Souls. You can go through there, and it has everybody's name that made on it, and their stupid little pictures on the wall. It's just kind of creepy, because it goes to show you that they want to imprison your soul into the machine. In case you didn't know. I mean, because you need souls. It's still soul is how you operate technology. That's all I can say.